Hey guys, thank you for tuning in for another Elden Ring boss guide video. This time we're taking on Agheel. You can find that Agheel is spawned in over there. Now, this is the second time I'm doing this, as I died on the first attempt making this guide. Don't judge me. But there's actually a bonfire with a bunch of aristocrat nobles on the ground there, and Agheel will crash land on top of them, spawning in for the very first time. You'll see that he is right there, right in front of us. Not hard to see at all in this bit of land right here in the middle of the lake. What you want to do is basically just stay out of the way when it's crashing down, and then you can commence the fights. Let's go ahead and get in there. We'll discuss the moves that the dragon can do, and I'll show you how I attack it. You'll see that I do choose to fight it from horseback, as I find it easiest for mobility in this type of fights. The dragon will always start the fight off by screaming as well, so you'll have a moment to land some attacks, and then you'll see that bite. He bit my horse's ass, but that's okay. We can heal it up. He does swing his wings sometimes, but the main focus of this fight is getting in, hitting his leg, and then getting out. I call it the toe strategy. You can see that the dragon does jump away there and then follows it up with a fire breath. You want to make sure that you go around the fire breath. I choose to go to my left because I find it easiest to dodge. But as long as you don't get hit by the fire, you can get around him really quickly and land some free attacks. There's a big bite. Do not let that hit you early game. It will one-shot you. And then, of course, there's the stomps. The dragon will stomp with both feet very often while you're underneath and behind it, so be aware of that. Okay, so this time the dragon's flying up in the air and stomping on the ground. What you want to do is basically try to stay directly underneath it and ride around in a small circle, because then it will basically go in one direction or the other, allowing you to not get hit by it. There's more stomps. The strategy for attacking it underneath, in between its own attacks, is making sure that if you see the dragon's feet moving, you're not underneath the dragon at all. If the dragon is taking steps or about to stomp, you get the heck out of there. Outside of that, you just kind of stay underneath it and keep hitting those toe beams, man. There's another jump attack, but this time he unleashes fire on the ground. You want to make sure that you're not in that fire, just like any other fire. It hurts. There's another dragon breath. Let's hit the toes. The toe strats, very good. There's a stomp. Here's a bite. After the bite, you can often attack it in the face for increased damage, so that's something to consider as well. All right, the feet are moving. We get out of the way. The big stompage. A lot of the time, as long as you're very consistent about your attacks as well, you'll actually be able to knock the dragon down for a critical hit too, so that's something to watch out for. But as you can see, the strategy is just basically staying underneath it and to the side of it. All right, this is its main attack. That's the one that a lot of people fear the most, but it's actually pretty easy to dodge. You know, fly up in the air and then do a big spray of fire in a straight line. The good news is when it does that, it'll always face its left. And if you're facing the dragon at that time, it'll go to your right. So basically, you just want to go to the opposite side to get out of the way. You don't have to worry about it much at all. You can see that the main ticket here is mobility, and that's why I choose to do this from horseback. As long as you're moving around constantly, the dragon has a really hard time hitting you. And so that's the strategy that I like to teach people here. Mobility is key in this fight against the dragons. I'm not sure if we're going to get a knockdown here or not. That's okay. Let's boot the snoots. Let's hit the legs. All right, there's the dragon breath again. Let's get underneath it. There's the wing swing. Attack those toes. Kill that dragonfly on accident. Very good. Here's a stomp again. Waiting for stamina to regen. Hit the toes more. Oh, there's that knockdown. So you can see, if you hit it quickly enough, you'll actually break the dragon's poise. You want to ride towards its face and attack the glowing eye for a critical hit. And that's the dragon. And this dragon will give you right around 5,000 runes. Look like it's 5,250, and a dragon heart that you can use to learn some incantations at the Cathedral of Dragon Communion, which is pretty cool. A lot of cool spells there. Anyways, guys, that's how I defeat Agheel of the lake here. And I hope this guide helped you. Thank you for leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing, and I'll see you guys soon for more.